Welcome to the Red and Green Report.
Orale, let's do this.
I was just telling John that Eric and I are leaving to go play some Dungeons and Dragons.
How long have you been playing Dungeons and Dragons? D&D?
Man, so actually D&D is fun because it's kind of like D&D is kind of like saying Kleenex now, right? Like Kleenex just represents all tissue paper that you use on your nose. So we don't actually play D&D. We play something else called it's called The Strange. It's a cipher system, but it's basically like we sit on a table.
So you just use D&D as an explanation as to what you're... Okay.
Yeah, it's like saying, hey, can you grab me a Kleenex?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, or like Coke.
Yeah, but it's
give me
really...
a Coke.
It could be here in New Mexico. It's several things. Yeah, okay.
So we've been playing, I don't know, I think like a year and a half with the same group. We have an awesome DM or a GM, the guy who runs the show. He's so patient. And... so we're going to go and do that tonight. But it's kind of fun, actually. I think, like, as grown-ups, sometimes we don't have enough opportunity to make believe, don't you think?
Yeah, so... Did you do this over the pandemic as well?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I've always been into video games.
Yeah.
But during the pandemic, I got more into video games. So, as you and your brother came in, you're like, oh, you got the Super NES. So, I have a Wii. I have a Super NES. I have a gaming system that plays... everything, anything retro anyway, and I have a Nintendo 64.
So it's like an emulator?
Yeah.
That's cool.
You have to have the games.
Oh, okay.
But it'll play it.
Yeah.
But there he is.
I think he offered to get us a drink.
Okay. Beer. Bring me one that y'all brought.
Yeah, I'll take one of the sourish ones. What are they called? Sour.
Sour.
Yeah.
But over the pandemic, like I would go to these thrift stores and I would find all these gaming consoles. So I'd buy them and I'd bring them home and oh man. So I was playing Wii, I was playing Smash Brothers, Sega, I was playing Mortal Kombat, awesome. N64, Star Fox. Like it took me back to my elementary school, middle school days. But
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I hear you.
But yeah, it as an adult, it's like I hear my parents and even some friends, they're like, dude, you still play video games? Like, yeah, you don't. And then, John still plays video games. It's so cute.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's an interest that I never lost.
I'm glad you bring that up, actually, because I think something that's worth talking about is the work that we've been doing with the esports stuff at Montezuma, right? And the cool thing about esports, I think, is that for a long time, the conversation was, if you play video games, it's a waste of time. There's something better you could do. It's almost like an abstinence-only education strategy, right? Like, don't have sex ever until you're married.
Yeah.
And that's kind of how video games were talked about. Like, it's a waste of time. Don't do it ever. But I think the real conversation is, like, how do you balance the things that you like to do with the things that you need to do. Yeah. And that's the conversation that we're not having with kids. Like, sometimes you need to do your work, you do your homework, you do your chores, and then you treat yourself to a video game, and that's okay because that's what you like to do. Yeah. Instead of just saying, you're an idiot if you want to play video games.
Well, I feel like setting expectations is one thing. Like, hey, don't expect to make money off of playing video games. Like, you're probably not going to, be a famous Twitch streamer or something, but it's okay to do things that you just want to do. Like, that's fine.
I agree. In fact, I have kids who are like, I want to be a Twitch streamer when I grow up. Yeah. And I tell them, like, you know what? I think you should stream Twitch, but I want you to think of it as, like, a hobby. Like, something that you do for fun.
Yeah.
Don't expect this to be your main income.
Yeah.
Like, that would be awesome if it was, but it's a little bit unrealistic.
Kids still want to be YouTube. Yep. I want to be on YouTube.
Yep.
So what I tell my students is, well, all of these kids, teenagers, adults, they're good at something. And then they...
And you're not.
No.
Unfortunately.
So you're a little bit
not
behind the curve there, Beth.
But they're good at something and they have a lot of knowledge about something, and they harness those. They get the knowledge.
Yeah.
And they continue to be interested in whatever they're doing on YouTube.
Well, they're usually
so
good at
I tell my
several
kids, you got to be. What's something that you really like doing? You got to build those skills. Yeah. So
Like,
and then get on YouTube.
Yeah.
But
You
you
have to
can't
be
just
good
get
at,
on
like,
YouTube and be like,
everything,
"Hey,
though.
I'm Gary." Like, nobody's
Right?
Well, but you have to be good at like engineering, and then you have to be good at like video editing, and then you have to be like pretty charismatic as well. Like you can't just be good at one thing.
No, it's true. YouTube is like a means for showing off the cool thing you're good at. YouTube is not the thing that you're good at. It's not like what you do, right?
But we have kids that are good at sports, and they tell me, "Oh, my game is on YouTube because I had like 200 yards rushing." I'm like, "Dang, really?" And then the highlights are there, and you're like, "Oh, wow."
Let's check that out.
And then, I'm really good at making slime, which has become huge over the last 10 years.
There's a ton of YouTube channels.
And then it's like, you look at the views. And like, they're getting millions of views and they're making slime. And they probably don't work, which like, props to them.
Yeah.
But it's like, dude, why didn't I make slime? But they were interested in it.
Yeah.
And it turned into
flour and some antifreeze. And
at the gas. You're going to light it on fire later. But so be good at something and then transfer that.
Absolutely.
But like you said, you can't be because a lot of kids are, I don't want to get in front of the. Yeah. Well, you want to be a YouTuber, right? But I mean, that's why you give them the opportunities, to present their work.
Yep.
Or do a play at school.
Yeah.
Or even do the pumpkin carving contest. You give them all these opportunities so that those personalities can shine.
Yeah. One, I think, just to kind of bring it back to like the video game thing, is like we're trying to tell kids it's okay to like playing video games, and a lot of kids think that they're pretty good at video games, but a lot of it is that they don't get to play with other people very much. Yeah. So that's one thing that makes esports fun, is that these kids are gonna have an actual opportunity to figure out just how good they are. Yeah. And not only that, but we're trying to set up the Twitch stream, which will be pretty cool. Yeah. So that people can watch them play, or they can go back and watch themselves play. Yeah,
it was cool having what was homie's name that came from Tech?
Damien. Yeah, Damien. Shout out to Damien at Tech, New Mexico Tech.
And then
that guy's awesome.
He asked the kids, "What do you want to be when you grow up?" Yeah. And one of the kids said, "Oh, I want to be an architect." And he goes, "You can connect that to esports because guess what's being built now are these rooms, classrooms, stadiums, whatever for esport competition." Yeah. So if you could be an architect and still be a part of esports, and he did that with every kid. That was the one that stuck out to me. I know we mentioned more.
Yeah, it was like music and art. And
music, you can make soundtracks for the stream for the opening or the end credits or whatever.
If I was an indie developer making my own game, I know who I'd go to for music for sure. That would definitely be John P.
Hey,
these tracks are lit.
Let's get it. Let's get it popping.
Yeah, I talked to my man Tomas and have him help me do with some art.
Tomas, dude, I know. I had him do. He did the logo for the podcast.
I know, he's amazing.
He did our logo for esports. He's
done art for our campaigns in the past.
I remember that, yeah.
What can't for the D&D stuff?
Yeah, no, seriously. Like I'd tell him a little bit about a character, and he'd come up with something, and it would look really cool. Like,
what is it called again? What you play?
So it's called the Cypher System, and the specific game is called The Strange. It's kind of complicated. The Strange.
Where do you go? Where do you get your supplies for that?
They're mostly provided by the guy, our DM.
But could you go to like, I want to get this for that? Could you go to Astro Zombies or?
Yeah, so for the things that I like to run, I usually go online. There's a website that's called Drive Through RPG, I think, and they have a lot of digital stuff that's really cool. And digital is nice because then you don't just have bookshelves filled with like other, like books and stuff. I don't know, like I don't try to go only digital with books, but.
Y'all ever get into the kind of stuff. Warhammer?
Dude, I don't know much about it.
No.
You know anything about Warhammer?
I mean, I know a little bit.
It's the same thing, right?
No. They have like tanks and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh,
but it's like they do miniatures and like there's actual like.
But
there's a lot more.
You
gotta
stuff. There's even stuff where you can paint your own figures.
And apparently those are expensive as fuck. Too.
Yeah.
Like I know people like have like. Yeah. Warhammer 40K collections that are worth like thousands of dollars because apparently a lot of the minis now you can 3D print them, but back in the day to buy them and have that mini was like super expensive. But that was different because like you would have like 4 guys in a room and it would be like you're 4 guys, but then there would be like 30 guys that you're fighting and they would each have like a little square that they're in, and like it would be very precise, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
With ours, it's like you
sorry,
walk into a
you're-
room with 30 guys and like it doesn't say exactly where you are and exactly where they are. So you're like, I'm gonna try and shoot at a guy, and you don't have to say like I'm right here and the guy I'm shooting at is right there. Like,
Okay.
So I think part of what you're describing actually is interesting to me. It's like the difference between like a rules light and a rules heavy game, right? Like a rules light game is almost all about the story, the narrative.
It's like the creative story.
Yeah, if you're like, well, I'm going to shoot all of them, and you're like, okay, well, that's probably not possible, but why don't you try and explain to me how you do it, and we'll see if you can get away with it. Whereas in a rules-heavy game, they'd be like, well, you're out of range. You're not going to shoot any of them.
Yeah.
Like, you have to move up 2 squares.
Roll your
before
12-sided dice there,
it's-
pal.
Yeah.
I mean, we still roll dice and shit.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
But I feel like our DM's kind of on our team. He kind of lets us get away with stuff. Like
He does.
Don't you think he
Well,
does?
I feel like he wants us to succeed, so
Yeah.
which is nice out of a DM.
No, I love it. He does DM math. He'll be like, 7, 3, 1.
So this
yeah,
is
that's
a-
a success.
this
like, I don't think it was, but thanks, man.
You don't
I'll let
even
you
roll
go.
for
All
that.
right.
Yeah, I needed that. I needed a win today.
1, 2, skip a few. You got it. Yeah.
Carry the one, whatever.
the
Fuck
one,
it. You win. Like,
Because if you don't get it, you die, and we got to start all over. So this is a commitment, though. Like you.
Yeah. I mean, so our DM's really flexible. We try to meet every week. There's a text that usually goes out like Thursday or Friday. Like, is everybody able? And if you're not, it doesn't really get held against you. Like,
that's
if
cool.
anyone for any reason
Yeah.
can. Usually, if one person can't make it, we might try and go ahead. If it's like 2 or 3, we'll just be like, we'll try for next week. And it's not
okay.
a huge deal. Like, he's pretty flexible.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. So over the pandemic, we got really huge, big into Warzone.
Yeah?
And it was like, well,
Oh, yeah.
don't
Are you
have to
still
go
playing?
to work.
Are you still playing?
I am. Not as much.
Not as much.
But like over the pandemic, didn't have to go to work.
Yeah.
Nothing was open, and I was just like, man. So I'd be here making beats or whatever, and then somebody was like, hey, you want to drop into the Warzone? And that
Yes,
was
I do.
Tomas and
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Was it
Danny and you.
I play, yeah.
And I remember thinking like, what is this? And then they're like, oh, it's like Fortnite, and I was like, oh, well,
We
I
were
never
all
played
terrible.
Fortnite.
We were
We
all
were
terrible.
terrible.
Yeah.
And then I found out a brewery I go to, Differential.
Yeah.
Shout out official sponsors,
Yeah.
even if they
Shout out
don't
to
admit it.
Also sponsors of the esports team.
Hey, yeah.
Thank
I
you
gotta
guys so
talk
much for that.
Found out all of those dudes are gamers,
Yeah.
and they were like, "Yeah, John, play with us." So I was playing with them, and those dudes
Yeah.
were pretty good.
And you got good.
And then I got good because of them. And
Yeah.
dude, it was nuts. We'd wake up, I don't know, 9, 10 in the morning, crack a beer, play Warzone. Before I know it, it's like 5 o'clock in the afternoon. And we're like, hey, we're going to take a dinner break or whatever, lunch break. Okay, cool. I'll see you guys soon. 7 o'clock rolls around. Want to drop into the Warzone? It's like, okay, cool. We started a Discord. The first chat room on our Discord is called Warzone.
Yeah.
Want to drop into the Warzone? Okay, cool. Who's down? And it's like 8 of us,
Yeah.
10 of us. So we would be like, all right, there's too many of us, and we'd split up, or we would do multiplayer on not Cold War, but what was the one that Warzone came out with?
I don't know.
Modern Warfare.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know much about that.
We do multiplayer, and then we would just play and play. And I remember one time I was like, dude, it's like 3 in the morning. It's like, well, you gotta go to work tomorrow. Nothing's open.
Yeah. You got shit to do
So,
tomorrow?
yeah.
Yeah.
No. I'm going to sit in my
So,
room and feel bad about
We got into Warzone, Fall Guys.
Fall Guys is fun. I've only watched that.
They got into the one, the Among Us. I didn't really get into that.
Among Us is fun.
I didn't like playing on the screen. I wanted to play it here, but you had to pay for it. And I was like, nah, I don't want to pay for it.
Yeah, it's like
$5.
$4. And
Yeah,
you're like,
I
fuck
know.
that.
I don't like it that much.
Nah. I'd rather go buy a skin.
Yeah, and then all the other games. I had Contra on
Yeah.
Nintendo. And,
Fucking which regular Nintendo?
the first, regular Nintendo.
Fucking
Yeah.
So the
Love that
second
Contra.
Contra. No, is it the first Contra?
Yeah.
I think that might have been one of the first games I ever beat.
I remember.
Really?
Like,
Yeah.
that's
You know what?
It
Yeah.
was a hard game, but
That's
I
the
think it was
only
fun.
game I ever remember my dad being like
Yeah.
interested
Oh,
in
Jackal.
and good at. Like my dad was fucking good at Contra when
Yeah.
I was like 6.
Oh yeah.
He's never played shit since, but that motherfucker could roll on some Contra. I swear
Honestly,
to God.
watching Dad play Contra is probably
Get that
a
spread,
big
like,
part of the
oh
reason
my God,
that I really
yeah.
like video games.
Oh yeah.
So
plus like Konami code. Boom.
Oh yeah,
That's
up,
probably,
down, down.
Yeah.
Left, right. Select, start.
ABA
Or
start select.
A
or
B
select start.
up, down, left, right, BA, start. Select, start with 2-player, right?
I don't know. I'll
Yeah.
have to take your word for it. I can't remember.
But I remember my dad brought home a Nintendo, the original one.
Yeah.
And we were like, what?
Whoa.
Like, you paid $80 for this? Or how much?
Same for us.
And $80, like, we were like, man, Dad's rich.
Well, that was back in
But,
like 84 or
yeah,
something,
yeah,
like
yeah.
whatever. Like,
Let's see. I'm gonna look it up. How much is $80 in '84?
no, it was probably more expensive than that even.
You think?
Yeah,
so?
it was
I bet
probably
it was
a
like
little more.
$200 in 84.
But yeah, we had the gun, we had the Mario Duck Hunt, and then he brought this other game called Paperboy, and that was my dad's game. And you deliver you hit the windows, you get points, and we could never beat. You get to the end of the street, right, and then you got to go through the skate park. We could never get through the fucking skate park, and it would drive my dad nuts, dude.
Fuck.
But yeah.
It looks like when it came out, it was $89.
Okay.
There you go.
Roughly $89.
Uh-huh.
So that was in '85.
Shoo. So he brought it home. It was '89. He brought one home in 1989.
Okay.
And I remember we would play Mario at the arcade because it was an arcade game too. And people, oh, I got this at home. It's like, no, you don't. It's an arcade game.
Fuck
You
outta
have this
here.
whole thing,
Yeah.
and they're like, no, it's on Nintendo.
What are you talking about,
It's like,
bro?
what? But yeah, Contra. There was even a Jeopardy Nintendo game.
I remember playing Jeopardy Nintendo with Daniel.
Yeah.
It might have been the Super Nintendo one, but I remember.
Jeopardy,
yeah.
Tecmo Bowl, Super Tecmo
Dude,
Bowl,
you know what
Bo
we had?
Jackson.
We even had the one with like the trackpad. You remember
Yeah.
that game?
The
I-
fucking track and field.
We didn't
Oh, yeah.
have that. We had friends that had it, and I just
Yeah.
remember getting super frustrated.
I remember we were doing like long jump, and I was like the smallest kid, so you like run and then you jump, and Daniel would lift me up. And then put me down like it's like you jumped so fucking far. Like,
I also need to admit that I think the way we got that game. Were you ever like in like the elementary school like black market video game trade market? Did you ever partake in any of that? Where it was
yeah.
like, hey, bro, like I don't know what it was about kids, but I could trade them like I don't know my chips from lunch, and they would give me like a Game Boy game. And there was a guy. He lived on a street. I think his name was Roland.
Randall.
Hey. No, it was seriously. It was
Hey,
something like
Taylor.
that.
No.
And they had a big screen TV, but it was one of those huge projector ones. And they had an NES. We go over there to play, and he had that, and I wanted it. I can't even tell you what I traded him for it, but we got it. And yeah, I remember Eric lifting him up for the long jump. We like high scores. Yeah,
just like you jumped an incredible.
high score on that.
I remember the ski jump one.
Yeah.
I forget if you used the controller or you had to stand on the pads, but I could never win that shit, dude. Ever.
I don't remember that one.
The track one just frustrated me because you had to run.
Yeah.
But I like playing the sports games, and then Contra.
Yeah.
Dude,
Contra.
Ninja Turtles.
Dude,
That game is so hard.
I had tournament.
So hard.
So
or not tournament.
So I played
Arcade.
Ninja Turtles a decent amount, like on the NES. It's not the arcade one, but the NES one was so hard.
So hard.
And I remember never even, like, I know exactly how far I got not cheating. But then just, like, on my phone, I have an emulator. And I was like, I want to see how this fucker ends. So I was, like, cheating like a motherfucker. Just to beat it one time, even if it doesn't really count. But I just want to see how it ends.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not terrible at it. I can get past, like, the dam with, like, the seaweed and
I can
the
get past
bombs
that.
you gotta defuse.
And then there's the
like,
dam.
Well,
The
like
dam is after the seaweed or
no,
before?
the seaweed and the bombs is the dam.
Okay, but I mean like the in the dam.
Oh, and the dam is before, and then you gotta like defuse the bombs.
Isn't there
and
one where like
seaweed.
the water's rising and you have to beat it from getting you?
Oh, I don't know.
I might be thinking of another game. Anyway.
So I wanted to say, with inflation, the NES $231.32.
Which
Damn.
isn't bad by today's standards.
Yeah, I mean looking
Like
at
you're
what
paying-
consoles cost now. It's
Yeah.
You're paying $500, and they're selling it at a loss these days still. So it's,
Yeah.
I mean, a Nintendo Switch handheld is $199, so it's somewhere between that and the Nintendo Switch console, which is like $299ish, $259. So
Okay.
I know like
too bad,
PlayStation and Xbox sell their shit at a loss. I don't know if Nintendo does.
I've heard that too. Yeah.
But I remember having a Nintendo and then walking by like a store and looking in the window and there's Sonic the Hedgehog fucking running collecting rings and I'm like, what's that? And then it's like, hey, Dad, look, this new thing. He's like, oh, you got that at home. I was like, no, that's Nintendo. This is
yeah.
Sega
No,
Genesis?
Yeah. I'm trying to think. I think the first game I played on Sega was Echo, the dolphin game.
Echo the
I
Dolphin.
remember seeing Echo
That was
the Dolphin.
frustrating.
So my thing is like software. Like I want the good games.
Yeah.
And I saw that like Sonic was there. I wasn't a big Sonic fan. Echo is like, I could do without that. The one thing was like the Mortal Kombat came out with like blood and
The
shit.
blood. That's what freaked
Because like
everybody out.
Super
dude.
Nintendo, like there's no blood. With Sega, they're like, fuck
they-
it, throw the blood in there.
Sega
Like,
was. That's funny. I wonder how many consoles they sold just because they were willing to show blood.
And then you actually,
a fair amount, I'm sure.
if I remember correctly, you had to put in a code
Did you?
on Sega anyway to
Enable
get.
blood.
So
Maybe.
it was ABACABB. I think that was it. But you had to put in the blood code. But yeah, there was blood, and like now with all the other games and the graphics, like, but it's nothing. But you saw like 3 drops of blood,
Well, but
and
there
you
was
were like,
like
oh
people
my
like
god,
ripping spines out. And
I
shit.
forgot
Like,
about
there was-
that,
like ripping hearts
And
out,
you're
and
like, oh
spines
shit,
out and shit.
the
Like,
spikes, yeah.
But the thing is, like fatalities, as a fucking 6-year-old kid, you don't remember how to do fatalities. Plus, you have to do it so fast, and you have to be at the right distance. Like you can never do that like reliably.
Also, I remember picking my favorite player just because his fatality was easier to do.
Yeah.
Like you know what I mean? I wasn't very good at the game, but his fatality was easier to remember. So
I remember Scorpions being pretty easy.
The uppercut,
spine.
that
The
took
spine.
the head off.
But it was also
Oh, it took
that
the head off.
one
It
was,
took
like,
the head off.
pretty easy.
Sub-Zero
Where you
was the.
Yeah.
He ripped your head out, and his spine was all dangling. Yeah.
That's the only one I could do is where he uppercuts your head off.
Yeah.
Like up, down, something.
Yeah,
and then,
yeah. And then he had the fire. He would burn you.
Oh
I
yeah,
remember that one.
but
He
that
would
one.
take his
So
mask
like
off.
you have to be at the right distance.
The
from him.
distance.
So you can't do that right next to him.
Like you would, I
You have
remember
to
you
be
would
at
go
the
right up
perfect
to him
distance.
and then like take 2 steps back or something.
Like, God,
and then
it
by
was-
the time you did that, it was game
it was
over.
so complicated.
Kano
yeah.
would rip your heart out.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Do you have any Mortal Kombat for your Super NES?
I have a Sega. I have Mortal Kombat, the original one.
No.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
But that's the one with the test your strength, right? Where you like beat up the car or whatever. Oh no.
Well,
it was
no,
the
that's like the blocks. There's like a ruby block
Yeah.
and then
The
like
car
a diamond
was
block. and
Street
stuff.
Fighter.
That's Street Fighter.
Street
yeah.
Fighter.
You're
Yeah.
right.
I
You'd
sucked
always
at
get
both
like
of those.
E Honda or Chun-Li.
Just fucking like wrecking this.
Yeah. Oh man.
Is your Super NES working?
The Super Nintendo, the games are played on it's called the Retcon, and it plays other games. Yeah, it works.
It's like a multi-console.
I was gonna say my favorite fucking jam is on Mortal Kombat 3. There's like a mini game that you can go into. You have to put in a cheat, and it gets you to a mini game, and that
Never
was
knew
my
that.
jam.
Yeah.
I fucking dude.
Was it fighting as well? Or?
No.
It was
It's
kind
like
of Galaxa. Is that?
It was like a
Okay.
Galaga type game.
Galaga, like
But
the
it was-
spaceship.
Okay.
but way more hardcore, and it was
Yeah.
2-player, and it was fun as fuck. Like I played that well into like my 20s.
Yeah.
Like my friends would come over and we get high and have some beers and like just fucking.
I remember coming over and not knowing what I was getting into, and you're like, "Hey, play this game with me." I'm like, yeah, man, all right.
It's so
20
fun, though.
hours later.
No, but
You gotta admit it's a great game.
No,
to just
it was
fuck around and play.
no, it was awesome. I just remember feeling like shit because I would like die right away.
Oh, yeah.
or something.
Oh, man.
No, and that's the thing.
And
Is
Eric
a
would
very
go on
steep
forever.
learning curve.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
if you're not great at the game, you'll get 20 something. Like if you're
Yeah.
good, you're getting like 700, and it's just fucking like, oh my god, like weaving through people coming down at you.
Yeah.
Ah.
In college, my freshman year, my roommate had a PC. He was the one with the computer, and on it was the pinball game. Dude, I played that
I know
shit
what you're talking
all the time. So he'd always be like, "Why do you play this?" I'm like, "I don't know, man. It's fun."
Yeah.
And he's like, "What's your high score?" I'm like, "Oh, it's like 20 million." 20 million? He's like, "I can't get past like 100,000." It's like, "Ah, man, sucks to suck." So we would have these like nights. We didn't have class on Friday.
Oh, really?
So we
Thursday
would wake up
nights.
early. Yeah, dude. Thursday nights, get drunk, play this pinball game like nonstop, like music blasting, whatever, and then morning wake up, whatever, go right back at it. Like, you want to play
always
pinball? Yeah, man, let's do it. So,
That's funny.
and I've actually tried to find an app for it on
Nothing,
the
though?
Droid or something. There's got to be something.
I've looked for the same thing for this
Yeah.
game, and
Yeah.
I saw some dumb Reddit post, and I was like, you're fighting, or you have to play a video game against the devil for your soul. Like, which game are you sure that you can win? And I was like, fucking, I don't know.
Yeah.
But the best I could think of was that fucking game. Just because it has such a fairly steep learning curve, where like, unless the devil has played this shit a lot, then I'll probably beat him.
You know what I think? That's a good question. I like that. And I think my answer would be, what was that like stupid Xbox party game that we would play and I would just
Fusion Frenzy.
Yeah, we play Fusion Frenzy. Did you ever play Fusion Frenzy?
No, I never.
I don't know what it was about that game, but I just
So
kind of
fun.
slayed everyone at that game. Like there was especially like because it's mini games. It's kind of like Mario.
It's
Party.
Mario Party, but
Yeah.
for Xbox.
So I wouldn't say that I was the best at all the games, but there were some that I was just like really hard to beat.
Yeah.
At Fusion Frenzy.
Fusion.
A lot of times it was like the tempo, beat, like the jump timing ones.
Oh, okay.
That game was fun though.
We played a lot of Madden,
Madden.
a lot of football, a lot of sports, dude. A lot of Tony Hawk.
If we're talking
I played Tony Hawk.
sports or football games, it's all about QB Club 96.
Oh man.
Play as like Team Iguana or whatever, like
Yeah.
the acclaim.
2K96.
Oh my god.
I remember doing that and just blitzing. Like you just run like a punt block defense
Oh my
every
God.
time.
Well, then one thing I love about QB 96 is you can go and just cream the fuck out of the quarterback after the play was over, and there's never any penalty for it.
Yeah.
Remember Blitz?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Blitz was
I
fun.
like Blitz.
The arcade game was really fun.
Yeah, I played it not that long ago. There's a really cool arcade joint downtown, a pizza place.
Holmes.
Yeah. You been to Holmes?
Yeah.
Yeah, they have Blitz there. I played last time I was
Have you
there.
tried their pizza?
I have tried their pizza. It's really good.
Pretty fucking good.
So maybe we should take a second to talk about best pizza in town, because Eric and I have been doing some work, mostly Eric,
Yeah.
about best pizza in town.
Holmes is up there. I don't know. It's really
Holmes
good.
is pretty good.
I've been there once, but yes, it was good.
Yeah.
My favorite is still, and I haven't been there in a while, is Giovanni's.
Giovanni's is the best in town.
I got a Giovanni's
So let's just-
pizza like 2 weeks ago. So
Let's set that to the
Yeah.
side. After Giovanni's.
Congratulations, Giovanni.
Giovanni's, you hold the crown.
Yeah.
Um,
Undisputed. Like it's
Dude, it's, oh my
If
God.
you're interested in sponsoring this, you can
The-
definitely.
The
get in
first
contact.
time I went, actually to go and sit down in there, the line was out of the door.
Yeah.
The guy in front of us ordered 2 pizzas.
Yeah.
We're like, oh, he's got people coming, like full pizzas.
Yeah. He's like, "Nah,
He ate.
he sat down and ate 2 pizzas.
He ate
No.
2 pizzas.
Whoa.
Was he
And
like?
I remember thinking,
built
like,
like a
man,
truck or what?
this is the
Did
owner
he
or some
look
shit.
Like a guy who could eat 2 pizzas.
Yeah, he did look like a guy that could eat 2 pizzas.
Wow.
He got up and left, and I was like,
Man, I wouldn't be able to walk after that.
props,
I'd be
man.
trying to call someone to come give me a
Woo.
ride.
But
you know,
yeah, okay, Giovanni's, boom.
yeah.
They're in the top all by itself. So
Yeah.
after Giovanni's,
Now I want Giovanni's.
I really like Slice Parlor.
Okay. I don't hate Slice
Slice
Parlor.
Parlor's alright.
You know
Yeah.
what? I was gonna.
So they do have their doughy moments. Like you get the pizza and it's just
a
like,
tiny bit
it's
undercooked.
like, dude, I want this to be like crunchy, man. Like,
Yeah.
but
So I like Slice Parlor, but if I'm being honest, I don't go to Slice Parlor because I think the pizza's awesome. I go there because I know I can get a slice, and I know it's going to be good, but they also have really tasty beers.
and their beer
And-
specials are
Yeah. Like,
so good.
yeah, exactly.
That's the one place you can still get a $3 beer.
Yeah. Well, and also they have some good gluten-free pizza, and you know
Yeah.
my wife and daughter, they eat gluten-free.
Yes.
So
Yeah,
that's very helpful, important to us.
that's what's up.
Yeah, but I wanted to just shout out, what was the place where we got like the carne adovada pizza?
Oh,
Is
that's
it Grandfather's?
Goodfellas.
Goodfellas pizza.
Goodfellas, I want to say.
So the pizza, the base sauce was like a red chili base sauce, and then it
Blowing
had
my mind right.
it had
Goodfellas?
carne adovada.
And they put cheddar as well as
Oh.
mozz.
Where is
and it was
this?
delicious.
Oh, dude.
It's on fucking like,
Yeah.
oh God,
I don't know.
like Osuna, I want
Yeah.
to say, or something like that.
Okay.
So we tried.
And you know what? The weird thing is, like, we tried just a regular pep,
Yeah.
and I was kind of like, meh.
Mm-hmm.
But the carne pizza was amazing.
So good.
I'm gonna have to go check this out.
It was
Fucking
really
good.
really good.
Damn, that does sound carne adovada pizza with the red
With
chili.
the red chili
Oh,
sauce, and it's like a
oh.
Mexican. You know, like when you go to the store, you get the Mexican cheese. It's like the
Yeah.
the
Okay.
yellow and the white.
Damn. Goodfellas.
Yeah, I don't. It was super good though. What about Golden Crown Panaderia?
So Golden Crown as a bakery,
yeah,
amazing. And then you find out that they have pizza, and you just like, I could kick it here the whole day.
Yeah.
Their coffee's pretty good. I don't know what brand they use, but yeah. Chill on the patio for breakfast. Come back and have a green chili pepperoni pizza.
Stay all day.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Their bread is
Super good.
their green chili bread.
Yeah.
Amazing. I love making toast, and then when I make soups and stuff, I want to go down there and get the green chili bread.
I would also just throw out real fast Pizzeria Luca, top tier shit. If you've never been there,
Where's that?
it's on like Paseo.
Okay.
Yeah.
Pizzeria Luca is top tier.
Yeah.
Like I've been doing my research, and it's very, very good.
Top tier pizza.
I'd say it's top 3. I don't know.
Okay.
So there's a spot in Taos. It's called Outback. Have you ever
Like the
been?
steakhouse? Outback steak.
Outback. Yeah, same name, different, whole
Take a
different
bloomin'
vibe.
onion and a large.
So-
Yeah, I think I've been there, John. All they got is Foster's.
Outback Pizza. Outback Pizza.
Oh, okay.
Outback Pizza. So have you ever been to Cactus Brewery in Bernalillo?
I maybe not. Honestly.
Okay, anyway, Outback Pizza in Taos has the same kind of vibe. You pull up, it's like there's wooden benches, there's trees, there's leaves everywhere.
Okay.
You know, it's real Outback, like real in the sticks. And so you get there and like it's just like, man, this is a pizza spot. But dude, the pizza is so, you look at it and like, well, this is unorganized.
Yeah.
But then you eat it and you're like, oh shit. But the best thing is they have a pesto sauce.
I've had pesto at
Oh
Dions.
man, it is the best pesto sauce. Their ratios of pesto ingredients, what is it? Pine nuts, basil, garlic, whatever else, dude. It's so good,
Yeah.
and it's not dry. It's very It's a wet sauce. But dude, Outback Pizza.
Not gonna go there.
Yeah. So Giovanni's, boom. That's off to the side. Slice Parlor.
Okay.
I
like
can't think
Slice
right now.
Parlor. That's okay.
NYPD.
Okay.
I haven't been in a while,
I
but
haven't
that
been
was the
there.
best place for me to go when it was like 2 a.m.
I was gonna say I've only been there drunk,
Yep.
but it's always hit the spot.
I can't remember how the pizza tastes.
I remember liking it.
I remember feeling great when I left. So
Yeah.
What about like if you like a more
Amor?
gourmet-
I like Amor pizza.
yeah, I mean a more pizza's
No,
actually
no.
That's a good
Yeah.
one too.
Yeah.
No, it is actually a good one.
Uh-huh.
I was gonna say if you like a little bit more gourmet pizza, a place like what am I thinking? Not Da Vinci's, but what's the place?
Knob Hill?
Yeah,
Across from Slice Parlor?
yeah. Is it Da Vinci's?
No.
Do they do pizza?
It's the, oh my god.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm having a brain fart.
Here, hold on, I'm gonna look it
You
up.
know,
right
one of the
now.
reasons that we used to get their pizza is because they had a kid who went to Montezuma.
I thought that was the one like right next to your school.
That was too.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's Da Vinci's, right?
R.I.P. Da Vinci's.
Yeah. Okay.
Il Vicino.
Il
Oh my
Vicino.
god, dude. I can't believe, yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Uh,
Apologies to Il Vicino.
yeah, shout out Il Vicino.
Yeah.
Man.
But they have a good pizza too.
I used to like going to
They make
Brickyard because I lived right down the street, and then I'd go to class and like, oh, paper. So I'd go to Brickyard and have a slice and a PBR for what, $4,
Yeah.
$5, and then work on homework.
Yep, I got accidentally drunk before class at Brickyard once.
Ooh, accidentally, huh?
Well, I didn't mean to get drunk. It was just cheap, and I had maybe 2 beers and no lunch, and I went up to class.
Yeah. What's up, teach?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
If we're doing like that area, Saggio's deserves like a
Yeah.
special mention.
Saggio's.
because Saggio's is not bad.
Yeah.
Well, and there's like different spots like
Yeah.
if you want to get a slice or if you want to get a whole pie.
That's
like Saggio's is good for a slice.
Yeah.
Also like Pizza Castle, great slice that you can buy
Dude,
individually.
Pizza
Pizza
Castle is
Castle?
amazing, dude.
Pizza
And they
Castle.
opened that new spot across from the original.
If you just want a slice,
Yeah.
it's among the best
Yeah.
you can get.
Yeah.
Like you can't just go into,
Yeah.
anywhere and get a slice. If you go to Gio's and ask for a slice, they'll tell you
No.
to fuck off.
Yeah, they will. They will say
Yeah.
to fuck off.
I mean, I know it's kind of getting bigger, but Dion's is always
Yeah. Well, I mean, Dion's is still gonna. I mean, it's good. It's popular for a reason. Like, it's not bad pizza. It's good pizza, and the subs are delicious over there.
the
And
sandwiches are bomb. I like putting the Greek sauce.
Yeah. Well, and I'll say one of the reasons I liked Dion's as a young man was because my friends worked there, bro. Like their reputation for hiring young people, like fresh in high school or out of high school, and paying them like a decent wage and taking good care of them has been awesome in Albuquerque.
Yeah.
And I have had so many friends who have worked there and enjoyed it and did well and then moved on to other things. So regardless of what you think of their pizza, I've always been a big fan of Dions just because I think they stand for like just taking care of the kids in Albuquerque.
And then their customer service too has always been. I've never had an issue with Dion.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
I mean, not to say, but like they're just, hey, welcome. How's it going?
Yeah, Dion's is actually the official sponsor of APS Esports. One of the official sponsors.
Shout out Dion.
Shout out to Dion's. Actually,
All right.
I should look into that and see if we can't get them to help us out with some pizzas for one of our meetings.
That's what's up. Yeah. Hey, we're having a dude.
Yeah.
All right, Dion.
Just a discount or something.
Yeah, there's some points.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Helping the community.
And then have you been to Old Town Pizza Parlor?
No.
Old Town Pizza Parlor is good.
I'm gonna be pretty disappointed if I don't eat some pizza today.
Yeah, dude.
I'm
actually, when you guys leave, I'm gonna
I might
drive
have
around.
to figure out a way to get a slice real soon.
Is Old Town standalone or is that the one in Sawmill?
It's standalone.
Oh, okay.
The
That
one
might
in
be a dumb question.
Sawmill. Sawmill is hot.
They do that honey.
Hot.
They do like
Hot.
a honey pizza.
They do the hot
Yeah.
honey, and the hot honey is
Hot
pretty
honey
awesome.
is
I'm not
good.
gonna lie.
I've had their pepperoni before. It's good.
Last time I went there, I got the grilled cheese place, and that place was real good.
Yeah?
You're not a grilled cheese
I'm
fan?
not a grilled cheese fan. I'm not a cheese fan.
Is it the bread or you don't like cheese?
I don't like cheese, man. But I've gotten better. So pizza's cool.
Okay.
Enchiladas.
Really?
Yeah, dude. I'm not a big cheese fan.
That's crazy to be like a porqueño and not like cheese.
Yeah.
They just
pizza's
melt
not
cheese on
beans.
fucking everything.
Yeah. So, yeah, dude, I get tacos, no cheese.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. You
I
know
tell
what?
them,
My daughter does that too. She
Yeah.
doesn't like cheese.
I go easy on the cheese. Can you go easy on the cheese? I get that look sometimes. Like yeah.
This guy.
From the abuela. And they're
Yeah.
like, the fuck is this guy?
Mijo, come here. Let me.
You ain't
show
from
you.
around here, are you?
That's funny.
And then I'm like, can I get an extra tortilla? And they're like, oh, okay.
Oh, okay. He knows what's up.
But yeah, in Sawmill, there's a spot called, it's a play on cilantro. Culantro.
Culantro.
Culantros?
Culeros?
No. It's an Asian spot. Goleros.
Eric and I joke with the idea of making our own fan club for New Mexico United because we're huge fans.
Yeah.
And we would call our fan club the Cool Arrows.
Yeah.
But spelled like cool arrows.
Yeah.
It'd be like blue frosted arrows.
I think you got somebody beat you to it.
No! Is there a
No.
fan club called the Cool Arrows?
There's not a fan club, but there's a company. They're called the Culeros.
Son of a damn it.
With KOOLARROWS. Yeah.
Well,
What do they do?
I don't know. I've seen it on hats and shirts though.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Well, I hate them. I'm gonna
Yeah.
sue them for copyright.
Oh man.
Will our text messages from 3 years ago stand up in court?
I don't know.
We
Stay
have
tuned to
videos.
find out.
Is it culantros? Yeah, culantro. And they're spring rolls.
Oh,
Oh my god. And they're bow rolls?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what that
Bao
is.
buns?
What's that?
Buns?
Bow. That's
It's-
like what we got at the Whole
Like
Foods.
a pork bun.
Yeah.
Okay. Those are
Dude,
super
Yeah.
good.
That place is bomb. Their
Really?
dipping sauce. Oh my god. Yeah.
Yeah.
Go check it out the next time you're at Sawmill. And you
We
pay
should-
$9 for a beer.
So my parents were there, so I wasn't paying for beer.
Dude, parents are the best, dude.
Parents are the best. Shout out to the parents.
Shout out Social Security, man.
Shout out to Social Security. Neither of my parents are collecting yet. They're not old enough yet.
No,
No.
my dad. Yeah, I think my mom and my dad are.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, my dad's looking at second retirement soon. That guy, man, he's worked forever.
Yeah, my dad still works.
What kind of work does your dad do now?
Okay, so he retired. He was a school nurse.
School
He was a
nurse.
nurse.
Yeah.
He retired, and now he works. Okay, he works for this company, and he goes house to house doing medical interviews
No.
on their insurance, their lifestyle. Yeah,
Does he like it? Like going house
yeah,
to house?
he does.
Huh.
So he probably doesn't want me to tell this story, but
Oh, okay.
he was in the war zone.
We can edit it out if we need.
No, we're gonna totally keep this in. Actually, he didn't tell me the story. My mom did.
Oh, okay.
She was like, "Yeah, he was done with the interview. He got in his truck, and a woman came up to him with a knife. Said, 'Give me all your fucking money, or I'm gonna stab you.' And he was like, 'I don't have any money.' Rolled up the window and drove away. And I was like, I said, Mom, what did he say about the woman? He goes, well, she must have been drunk or on drugs, but she wanted to try to intimidate Dad. Because he's, older looking guy. And I'm like, oh, Dad, man, he could have, oh. And I was like, well, what was he doing in the truck? He goes, he was looking at his phone, like on the news or something, He had the window down.
I don't have any money.
Rolled up the window, drove away. I was like, how long did that take? Like at least 5 seconds, right?
Just looking at her, making eye contact.
He must have not have been intimidated for him,
Absolutely not.
I don't have any money. Bye.
Yeah.
It's like he took the time to roll up the window, like just drive away. It's like, come on, Dad. But no, yeah, he still works.
Oh, that's cool, man. Yeah, my dad works too. My dad's retired Air Force.
Ah, okay, yeah, that's right.
So he's already collecting that. And now he's kind of, so I don't know exactly what his job title is, but he still works on base. He's a civilian, a contractor, I think. And I think they just kind of pay him as an expert to kind of help out when there's things maybe they're not sure about. Because he's been doing the same shit for like 30 years or something. Yeah. Which is working, like diagnosing and repairing, I think, a pretty specific type of engine that goes into airplanes.
Okay.
And so they'll be like, dude, we have no idea what to do. And he'll come out and be like, it's this fucking thing. You need to change that. And they'll be like, oh, thanks, Mr. Taylor.
See that screw there?
Yeah.
You better screw it in.
Yeah. I mean, kind of.
Where's the O-ring?
I think he says he spends a lot of his time just kind of hanging out, waiting for them to come get him and ask him a question. So he's kind of just like the resident expert. So
that's cool. Does he still get he gets APHIS and commissary? I'm gonna have to talk to you guys.
Yeah. You got
that tax-free steak.
Go to the BX.
I go to the
BX.
Talk to my mom. We can't fucking go there.
No, that's what I'm saying. I know she has to sneak us on base.
Yeah. Get in the trunk.
Just
kidding.
Yeah, right.
It's not like a drive-through movie.
I've had friends do that shit and they get in trouble. They got in trouble back in the day. Yeah.
Dude, so I used to work at a Pizza Hut that was right on Wyoming.
Shout out Pizza Hut.
Zuni. And
not the best pizza.
Some guy God no. But some guy was delivering pizzas and he would like roll through the military base because they'd let us on and go deliver pizza. But he was like rolling through, like he just like de-hotboxed his car and was trying to roll through with a bunch of like drugs and shit, and he got popped super bad. I was like, that is a terrible, terrible idea to do. Like, like these guys don't really fuck around with their job. No. If you can't tell, that's a really bad idea.
Yeah, some of them could care less, and then you had the hardcore gate guards,
Oh yeah, like those MPs generally don't fuck around that way.
They're the lifers, man. They want to get promoted and they want to get up into. I mean, props to them. They're protecting the base and whatever.
For sure.
Yeah. Putting their life on the line.
Yeah, I've had friends put people in the trunk because they didn't have their ID.
No shit.
Or they met a girl off base that they want to bring on.
Oh my god.
They put them in the trunk, dude.
Oh, hey. I mean, man, how smooth you have to be not only to convince a cute girl to come back home with you, but to convince her to get in the fucking trunk to come back home with you, dude.
Y'all are familiar with AFN, right? The Armed Forces Network. The TV.
Yeah.
So AFN wouldn't play commercials from the United States. They'd make their own, and it was the most... anyway, one of the commercials is, don't sneak your friends on base, dun, dun, like this weird editing. It's bad, and you'll get in trouble. So one of the shots in the commercial is they're opening this guy's truck, and there's like two girls in there, and they're like the MPs are helping them get out. And they're just like struggling to get out. You will get caught. And then like these girls are like crying. You're like, oh my god, AFN, dude. But yeah,
you're like, oh, put him in the trunk. I didn't even think about that until I saw this.
Yeah. People would do it, dude. People would do it, and you're just like, don't do it.
Yeah, you should write that down. Add it to your 5 minutes. Sneaking girls on base in the trunk. Hey, I want to take you home and make you a dinner, but first you need to get in the trunk.
I swear it's totally legit.
I'll take you to the BX in the morning. Which is what a lot of people wanted. Like, get in the trunk.
You want that tax-free TV? Yeah. You better get in the trunk.
I'll tell you, when we were still dependents, one of my favorite things was just going on base to play racquetball, because you could just roll up and do it for free.
Yeah, dude, the gyms on base. Yeah, man. Basketball, racquetball, the weight room.
Yeah.
Yep.
All free.
I feel like, so this is a separate tangent, but I feel like as an alumni of University of New Mexico, we should be allowed to use the gym facilities at least once in a while for free.
Yeah.
Don't you think?
I would say what's reasonable? Twice a week?
I'm sure that would be awesome. Actually,
we paid for it.
I mean, at one point, I paid a good deal to that school.
Yeah.
I just think, like, it's hard for, like, unless you belong to sports and wellness, there's not really a good racquetball court. And if you enjoy racquetball, it's hard to get in to play a game of racquetball.
Well,
UNM has some good racquetball
They do,
courts.
And their facilities are nice. I'd like to go to the pool.
Yeah.
I'd like to use the weight room.
Yeah.
I'd like to play some basketball.
Maybe there's something out there, UNM. If there's a deal for alumni to use the gym at a reduced cost or something.
UNM, you should be an official sponsor of the podcast. And then we'll make a trade. Yeah, man. Shout out UNM. Free gym. And for all the guests as well.
I mean, at least for the racquetball court. You can...
Yeah, the racquetball. It's like, oh, you're the yeah, racquetball's over.
That'd be awesome.
I don't even know when I would have time to
Fuck
go.
it, I'll take it.
Racquetball, yeah, dude.
Are you still going to the gym in the morning?
I try. So
after
during
work.
the summer, I go in the morning.
Yeah.
During the school year, I go after school. But on the weekends, I go in the morning.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking about starting in the morning, but I haven't.
It's dope, man. I love the gym. It's more of a mental health thing.
Yeah. No, I hear you.
But yeah, it's cool getting in shape. But yeah, man, after I leave the gym, I'm like, what was I even worried about?
Yeah.
Forget
Nothing.
it. You know,
I'm
nothing.
good.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Oh man.
There's nothing to worry about.
Oh. Can you do one more, or do you guys gotta go?
One more drink.
One more beer.
One more beer. Well, I think I'm gonna be the driver, so I'm not gonna do
okay.
one more.
Cool.
But if Eric wants to do one more, maybe we can squeeze in one more. But we might head out relatively soon. I don't know. I guess my friend, he's done exercising, so we might go pick him up here in a little bit. But we can hang out for a few more minutes.
Cool, man.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna leave this going. I'll be right back.
Yeah. Okay. I'm just gonna monologue here for a second.
Yeah, monologue. When we lived in Yokota, that was my dad's first duty station.
Where's Yokota?
His first teaching, Japan.
Japan.
Yokota Air Force Base, Japan.
Yeah.
We lived on base, so I would step out of my door, and I remember you turn left, and you see you cross the street, there's a playground, and then there was a fence, but on the other side of the fence, there was a train track.
Yeah.
And every once in a while, the train would go by, and I remember thinking, like, man, if somebody gets in front of that train, they're done.
How old were you?
At that time, I must have been 4.
Oh,
3 or 4.
Yeah.
I remember thinking, like,
Train.
oh my God, look at that thing. What is that? Yeah.
That's crazy.
Like, hell, it's a train. Like, what?
That's funny because, I bet a lot of 3 and 4-year-olds are obsessed with trains, but for a very different reason. But you're like, that thing's dangerous.
That thing's dangerous. Yeah. I remember because to leave base housing, you would go through the gate, but sometimes the train would be coming. And you have to wait.
Yeah.
And you just zoom, there goes that thing, and you're like, oh man.
Whoa.
What if we were in front of that?
Yeah. Dad, don't go. Dad.
Don't go.
I could see my dad being like, I'm going to go. I'm just going to go right now. Dad, don't do it.
Oh,
no, that's a lie. My dad wouldn't do that, but I would do that to my kids.
Yeah.
Because I'm a terrible parent. Like, I think maybe we should get a little closer. What do you think, guys?
What's the point of having kids if you can't mess with them from time to time, right?
Dad, don't do it. Yeah.
Remember when we were kids, we saw this thing on TV. These goats were eating grass, and like all the stats came up. Oh, goats can eat this amount of grass in a day. And we hated cutting grass.
Yeah, we need to get some goats.
So we were like, Dad, like we should get some goats.
And you and your brother?
We're like, get some goats, and they'll do the grass. And he's like, John, I have goats. And we're like, you do? He's like, yeah, you do. And we're like, like original dad joke. Yeah, set up. We set him up perfect.
That's kind of awesome,
yeah.
though.
I do have goats. And we're like, what? Where? You two. Yeah.
That's funny.
You do the grass.
I'll be honest. I don't think it would be real hard for me to convince my wife to get a small goat for the backyard.
You have chickens, right?
Yeah. We have 3.
They're producing eggs?
Not right now, because when it gets colder, they stop.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Huh.
But yeah, chickens are pretty cool. So I can't speak a ton to the chickens because it's kind of my wife does a lot of the chicken stuff. I don't do a lot. So for me, it feels like it's not a ton of work, and the eggs are great. But the truth is, I know she works pretty hard on keeping it clean and keeping them fed and looking after them. She'll like inspect them. Like I can go grab a chicken and hold it and then pet it for a minute and then check for eggs. But she knows like how to take. She really does a lot of the chicken stuff. But it's cool having eggs, man. Yeah. Fresh eggs are delicious. Yeah. It's weird when we have to buy eggs when it's on the grocery list,
Yeah.
Yeah. We'd be like, eggs, baby. We need eggs. Yeah. They're not laying right now. Oh, man. We got to get eggs. That's weird.
I house-sitted for a friend one time, and they had a chicken coop.
Yeah.
And they were like, hey, can you collect the eggs? And actually, if you want to take some, go ahead. Because we have a shit ton. Yeah. So I remember the first day I was collecting the eggs, and I picked it up, and they're so fragile. Yeah. I crushed it in my hand, and I was like, yeah.
I'm so strong.
But it was like, whoa, these aren't like the eggs you get at the store.
Yeah.
The GMO and eggshell hardener that they pump into the...
all those egg medicines they've been taking.
Egg medicines, yeah.
No, it's true, actually. If we ever have someone come over and watch the chickens because we're gone, we tell them, if you'll collect the eggs, please, you can just keep whatever you collect. Like, it's all yours.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. They make some pretty good eggs.
Give Eric some eggs?
Yeah. I mean, so when the girls are producing quite a bit, we'll give out little, like 6 packs of eggs to people for sure. We've given Eric eggs. And actually, Eric has watched the chickens before, and then he'll, take whatever eggs he collects from that, too. So.
And then I took, like, the fake egg and felt like a fucking moron. And he's like, okay, so this is a fake egg. I got that.
Were you trying to, like... So they're trying to make eggs one morning, and you're like, why won't this fucking thing break?
That's awesome. Yeah, we do. So, there's, like, 1 or 2 ceramic eggs that you put in there just so the chickens kind of know, like, where the eggs go or whatever. And they're pretty convincing. Like, they look pretty real. And they feel kind of...
I brought it inside. I was like, all right, we got, like, 4 eggs today. That's pretty good.
Good job, ladies.
High five.
Yeah, high five.
Although Haley, bless her heart, was, like, real nice about it. She's like, so, this is actually a fake egg. And I was like, fuck,
you idiot.
Right. Yeah, what's wrong with
Starts ridiculing you. Now I gotta put it back. Yeah.
You know what's sad, though, is when we moved into that house, we put a lot of work into the backyard, and it was really nice. And now that we have the puppies and the chickens, like, it's crazy back there. Like, it's just, they kind of just wrecked it. It's just, yeah. It's discouraging, because you look at it, or I should say, I look at it, and I feel like I don't want to mess with that. Like, it's just a mess. It's all, the grass is dying. And it's a bummer, because we have kind of a small house, so we kind of tried to make our yard into a place that was another living space, a place you could sit and hang out. So when the backyard, it's just discouraging. This happens in life. Like when something gets bad enough where you're like discouraged and you're like, I don't want to mess with that at all. You need a starting point to make some progress and see some progress. And Haley's been working in the backyard, so I'm also still just like, I don't want to.
Yeah.
That's like the story of my life. When shit gets bad enough, then you just want to ignore it and not do anything to fix it.
I mean, that's the total bachelor pad vibe. Have you seen my patio area?
Or go look at my backyard. It's way worse than your backyard.
Your backyard...
It sucks, big old dicks.
No, look, I'm not gonna argue
it's
with
awful.
that. I'm just gonna say that.
And it's never been good. So at least,
yeah, exactly. I was just gonna.
At least I didn't let it fall into disrepair because it was always that bad.
It started in disrepair. It's not my fault.
It was as good as it was when I saw it.
Yeah. No, it's true. Man, doing yard work sucks though.
Yeah, it does. My homie does yard work for a living.
Does he?
I'm always tempted to like, hey man, you want to come do my patio? He's like, dude, I've seen your patio. It takes like 10 minutes. I'm like, yeah, then you won't mind.
Easy money then, dude.
I love that. That's so funny.
I'll give you $50, man. Come on.
Come do my patio,
dude,
man.
that's like gas for a week, bro.
Yeah.
Come on, just do it.
Awesome.
I hate doing it. The raking, the trimming, dude.
Well, and for mine to like make it look nice, I need to haul in like 50 tons of rock like through my side gate. Like, there's no fucking way I'm gonna do that by myself.
No, you definitely.
I don't even know where they would like put it.
You have to like round up the people for that one.
And that would still take like...
My dad loves yard work.
Really? I feel like my dad kind of does too.
Yeah.
Like,
what's with that?
What is that?
What's with the,
Maybe, I don't know what it is.
Dad just has a better work ethic than
my
I
dad
do,
called me
like,
up one
he
day.
just like likes doing work, and I'm like, I fucking hate doing work.
Also me. Also me. Yeah, no, I hate it, man. I work hard at work, but I hate working hard.
When I get home, fuck that.
Yeah.
Like if I have to fold clothes, I'm like,
No.
ugh, this is the only thing I do today.
Yeah.
Like,
My parents, they're the type of people will be driving and like, you know, some people put their stuff out on the sidewalk with a sign and it says free, take it.
Yeah.
So if they see cinder blocks, oh my god, they go nuts.
Babe, pull over.
Oh, we'll be going to dinner or something. Free cinder blocks? Are you crazy? So one day, how did they pay the rent?
John, go get those blocks, John.
Yeah.
Put them in the trunk.
So one day I get a call from my dad. He's like, "Hey John."
Oh,
That's how it starts. Hey John, I found this flagstone. This dude's giving it away. So I'm thinking,
You're like, no way, Dad.
I'm thinking, okay, 4 or 5 pieces. Whatever. No. We get there, and it's like 50 tons of flagstone. And my dad has this Toyota Tacoma.
Yeah.
Like a truck, but
Yeah.
a small truck.
Yeah.
Like a 90... Dude, it still runs. It's like a 96.
Nice.
You look at it, it's like Frankenstein. Like the hood is from the junkyard.
It's all
the
different colors
original
and shit.
doors. Yeah. The seat belts are from like a Buick. They're too long. They don't work. So we're like...
Piece of shit car.
7 different colors.
Yeah. But it runs and he loves it.
For a gas cap.
He's like, we'll take the Tacoma. So like we're loading up this truck, and I'm just like, dude, man, like this is not how I
That's like
want to.
sitting on the wheels.
Yeah, this is the first day of summer, Dad. Like getting in the flagstone. He's like, but it's free.
It's free, John.
And then
You want some for your place?
oh yeah,
No,
you
Dad,
want
I'm
some?
good.
Then we went to a relative's house. They were selling the house. They're like, hey, does anybody want to come and get rocks from the front yard? These huge stones. So my dad's like, what? Yes.
Of course I do.
What? Free rocks? So we go, and again, I'm thinking like, all right, we're going to get like 10,
Yeah.
20 at the most. Dude, we must have taken 300
Just like
rocks.
big rocks?
Dude,
these
like, okay,
things?
they were... The smallest one was a football size. And we're loading them. He has a Nissan truck now.
That's
We're
funny.
loading them in the truck, and I'm just like, man. But yeah, they're all about free shit. If they see it,
That's funny.
and it's something they want, or it's
Yeah.
something that my dad can use in the yard.
Growing up, did you guys do a lot of like yard sales and flea markets and stuff like that?
No.
Not really.
We went to a lot of them.
That's what I meant.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
Did you do it like going out? That was like a thing
So-
with my grandma. We do garage sale and flea market.
Yeah.
Like,
She
My
had a
dad-
flea market cart, like
Yeah.
a little cart thing, and she'd
Yeah.
take it to the
Mhm.
flea market
It's
and
awesome.
load that shit up.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, we went to a lot. My dad
Oh.
liked collecting steins, beer steins.
Oh, that's cool.
He's got a whole
What does he do
shit
with them
ton.
all?
Collects them. He
Like,
drinks
does he
out
have
of
a
some of
room?
them.
He just has a room
Yeah,
with
he
steins.
does. Yeah.
That's
Well,
cool.
so there's a shed in the backyard.
His
He has it
mansion.
set up nicely though, like
Yeah.
all the steins are
That's
on there,
cool.
and then the ones he really likes are inside the house in the kitchen,
Yeah, that's cool.
running along the top. Yeah,
He's like, this one's from 1939,
yeah,
and it's from the German Oktoberfest
yeah, exactly.
from 1939, and
Yeah.
that's pretty cool.
Yeah, he loves thrift stores.
Yeah.
He loves like I'll be like, man, I need a new shirt for work or this or that. He's like, John, thrift store, $2.
Yeah.
Nah, Dad, shut up. He's right though. It's
Like he wants
hey,
you to be
John,
impressed.
Hey,
yeah.
John,
See
thrift
this?
store.
You see this?
Yeah.
$2.
When Macklemore dropped that thrift
Oh,
store
yeah.
song,
Oh, yeah.
I've never seen my dad so happy. It's like, Dad, have you listened to any of mine?
I'm
He's
hip,
like,
yo.
well, yeah, I have, but have you heard Macklemore?
This thrift store song is banging.
I'm like, man, fuck Macklemore.
You know what's weird is I heard that song like 4 years before it became popular. Like
Yeah.
it was out for a long
I think
time
it was,
before it
yeah.
became popular.
Yeah.
And I heard it and I was like,
Oh.
alright, this song is alright. And then it was on the radio like 3 years later and I was like, what the fuck? Like,
This
that's
song-
old news, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just like, John, that's my theme song. It's like, what about one of my songs? Yeah, thrift store's better.
They're okay.
You should put that. He's like, John, you should work with Macklemore. I'm like, oh.
I'll send him an
Whatever.
email, Dad.
Yeah, I'll get my agent right on it.
We've been texting, so we'll see what happens.
You should do thrift store part 2. It's like, oh.
Part
Thanks,
2.
Dad.
Thanks, Dad. Thanks for supporting me.
Sorry, that almost looks like Joel artwork.
It does look like Joel artwork.
Which one?
The spray
blue.
can.
Yeah.
Oh, the War?
Yeah.
Yeah, the homie War did that.
Yeah, you
That was
and
a gift.
like you and like some of your friends and Eric, some of his friends, like you guys run very parallel to each other.
Yeah?
Yeah, very parallel. It's quick. It's crazy to me that you haven't like, Because I've asked you before, like, do you know this guy? And you don't really know.
Mm-mm.
It's crazy to me that there's not more intersection there.
I'm sure there is. If we kept going down the list.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
We'd find somebody.
Like, first order friends, probably not, but second order
Yeah.
friends,
Yeah.
probably. Third order friends, like, almost certainly.
Yeah, for sure. All right, well, we should probably head out.
Well, yeah.
We got
Thanks for
games to do.
Thanks for coming through.
Yeah, man.
Thanks for the discussion.
It was a blast.
Well, yeah, let's do it again.
Anytime, you let me know.
Yeah, I will, man. You guys might have to be the regular, like.
We'll just make it a regular thing.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Definitely until I can get some UNM sponsorship.
And who else was it? Dions.
Dions.
Geos.
Hook
Gio.
us up. Geos.
Shout out to Gios.
I'm sure, I'd rather get that Dion's money. That green chili ranch money.
That's right.
That Greek sauce on the
Greek
sandwich money.
I'll take Dions' money, but I'll take
Yeah.
Geos' pizza. If they're sponsoring pizza.
Yeah.
Maybe we can sponsor like a collab, like a Geo Dion's collab.
Yeah.
Hit us up. if you're
Gions.
interested. Geo.
Dios.
Yeah.
Dios' pizza.
Dio.
Holy
All right, fellas. Thanks again.
Thank you.